everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do a flat brush design. I'm using a number 12 and a number 14 flat brush by Amagic, and I will list the links down below so you can purchase through the affiliate links. And then I'm doing a fine liner by Westonia and a number 8 Deerfoot stippler. All the paints I use are FolkArt paints. I'm using Wicker White, Light Lavender, Lavender, Violet Pansy, Fresh Foliage, and Thicket Green. Well, it's Thicket. Alright, so I'm using a combination of the multi-surface and the enamels. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to dip one side into the Violet Pansy, one side into the Wicker White, and just do quick blending strokes. Right now I'm going to go ahead and start with my main bloom, because I tried it the other way and it didn't work out. I tend to, as many of you know, I paint big, which means my designs are big on paper. And then when I create them on here, I am scrunching them in, so I don't want to do that. Alright, so then the next thing I'm doing is going into the light lavender and just doing some blending strokes. And then I'm going to go in this direction here, come up, come up. So I'm just basically putting in another layer of leaves into the design. Then I'm going to take my number 8 Deerfoot stippler and just put it into the solid color. I'm going to come up here, get into the center high, and you're probably wondering, well, why am I not coming down here? Well, you'll see here in a minute. Put that aside. And then I'm going to go back into the light lavender, into the Wicker White, do my blending stroke, and then I'm going to come around here and just put a little, kind of a little petal around it. I got a lot of yellow on there, and I can come around it again. I'm just going to kind of touch it just to thicken it up a little bit, because I don't want it too thin. That's okay. If you get too much paint on your brush and you want to scrape some of it off, feel free to do so. Then I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to come down, up, and then kind of swing it around there. Okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is load in more of the Violet Pansy. Put it in there. Kind of go like that. And then I'm going to come through here. And again, let me come out here a little bit. Come up here, and go like that. Then I can turn my brush and come up here, go like that. And of course I'm turning it a little bit, and I'm going to put like that. Now you're going to have a little bit of that showing, which is fine, because I'll go back over it, do one more little stroke, finish it out. And then you can actually come in here too if you want, and just maybe come up a little bit higher, do some basic strokes to have petals kind of flipping out here to finish off the flower. And when you're doing this, you can, rotate the colors to make it more noticeable if you choose. I'm going to come in here because I want to freshen that up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, using these colors, I'm going to come in here because I want some buds to kind of come up from the top here. And so I'm going to come up here, try to start small. Again, I have to really remind myself this because I have a problem with making small designs. Not sure why. And note too, you could also do, like, add some pink into this if you wanted. and not have all of it be the same color. So I'm adding a little bit of the light lavender into this. Whoops. Do this again. That's one thing I like about gloss, is that you can just go over it again and make it better if you need to. Alright. These are just supposed to be layers of petals. They're not supposed to be anything more. Then I'm going to add into the lavender itself. Just give it a little bit of a, let me do this here, kind of overlap a little bit. And just make it yours, however you want to do it. Then I'm going to come in here with my little liner, stick it into my greens. That would be the fresh foliage and the thicket. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pull my stem out this direction. I'm just going to go over it a few times, make sure it's thick, which it is. And you can do this with the chisel edge of your flat brush if you want. I showed that yesterday, I do believe, in a video or sometime this week. Alright, so let me go ahead. I'm adding a little bit of yellow in this. I'm going to show that I'm attaching my little stem to the flower. And these petals are just kind of falling down. Alright, then we'll go back up in here, do the same thing. These are going to come down. I'm not going to need to do too much here with attachment because I'm going to add leaves. So I'm not going to be doing too much here. All right, then it is time for the leaves. I'm going to come in here with my number 12 flat brush and just do my blending strokes. I want to add a little bit of yellow into them. If you follow me, you know I like to have a few colors in my leaves. And these are going to be very simple. I'm going to do just kind of a long, thin leaf, or as thin as I can make it. And I'm going to try to have the light on the top, dark on the bottom. And I might even throw a little bit of yellow into this. Didn't show up very well, so let's try it again. And you just can keep working it till you get it the way you like it. It's up to you. It's your painting, right? And I'm going to do the same over here. That's why it's kind of important to maybe learn some leaf shapes, because you can actually just paint them like this without doing any kind of like one stroke or whatnot. Paint them in much as you want. Okay. Throw some little bit of yellow in here. Just blend them a little bit. And you can make it longer and thinner if you want. I just trying to fill in the space here. Alright, so now I'm just going to use the same colors. Come in here and add my favorite little leaves to do. Love these leaves. And you can just have them coming out, kind of like your, I'm trying to think what flower it reminds me of. Like an iris, or I think it's irises. You know, where you have leaves coming out. These are just basic. Nothing difficult, as you can see. Alright, so then I'm going to go back to my fine liner. Go back into my greens and my yellow. And then I'll come through here. Got some purple on my fingers. Put in my, sorry, make sure I'm on here. Put in my stems. And I'm just being kind of whimsical with them. Oh, my camera turned off. All right. If you don't like the yellow, you don't have to add the yellow in. I just like it because it gives me a little bit more color. I just like to pull some things out here from it. You don't have to do this part either. Anytime I do a painting, if you don't like something I'm doing, leave it off. Don't do it then. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do to finish it up, this is very quick, just going to put my liner into the yellow. And then I'm just going to come in here and just kind of add just a few little pulls here and there, just to kind of give it some color. You don't have to do this part, as I mentioned, but I'm just doing it just to kind of give it some color. Alright, there you have it. Pretty darn easy. Once again, I hope you like this design. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And prior to leaving, if you would take a moment to share this on your social network with your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate that. Until the next time, please stay safe and healthy, and you have a good one.